You've sent me a video. This is City Girl Mayor.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on with City Girl Mayor? Guys, have you heard about City Girl Mayor? Have you, anybody?
City Girl Mayor is under FBI investigation for her doings.
City Girl Mayor is something else, boy.
She gonna get some heat.
Well, he took them long enough because she's been acting up for a couple years now.
Oh no! Apparently, they've been building a case for a while.
Oh.
It's just they've been letting her cook her in her own pot.
Well, let's take a listen. Oh man, you have Nate the lawyer. Oh, that's my guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's take a listen.
Fox 32 has information indicating the FBI has launched an investigation into controversial Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
So the FBI has woken up and finally opened an official investigation into Tiffany A. Henyard. Let's talk about it.
This is the first we're hearing about it.
So a couple of months ago, we broke a story about Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henyard. She is the mayor of Dalton, Illinois. Now, there were so many things going on in Dalton, Illinois. We were shocked that no one was looking into it, not the state AG, not the FBI. What was going on? Now, there were rumors that the FBI was going to start looking into it, but nothing was confirmed. But now we have confirmation.
Yeah, we've been reporting for nearly 2 years on allegations of corruption surrounding Henyard in her capacity as Dalton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor. And now we've learned from multiple sources that federal agents are in fact interviewing witnesses as part of a possible investigation that may or may not result in charges.
Now, I got an inkling something was going on because some of the trustees had actually been approached by the FBI and some of their equipment was seized. Tiffany A. Henyard actually mentioned it in one of the meetings. Check it out.
I'm sick of it. Trustee House, you've been picked up by the feds, right? The FBI got you at the U.S. Bank building, right? They came and seized your computer and everything, right? But you won't tell the people that. Y'all don't tell the people nothing, but yet y'all point the finger. Don't get me started.
Now, Tiffany Henyard made it seem like the FBI was investigating the trustees, but now we know the FBI was really after her.
A couple of agents, and I explained them what was going on. I gave them all my paperwork to show them what was happening in court and what was happening in Dalton. And they told me they was investigating and they would be in touch with me.
Gardner is one of 6 people who confirmed to Fox 32 that they've been interviewed by the FBI, ranging from Dalton business owners to a former village employee and at least one public official. And we've learned the FBI has been using electronic surveillance as part of its investigation.
Now, one of the things that the FBI seems to be looking into is how Tiffany A. Henyard is abusing police overtime.
Henyard began assembling her details shortly after being elected in 2021, using hand-picked Dalton police officers. Using a Freedom of Information request, we obtained the work records for 6 of the officers assigned to Henyard's security detail at various times. The officers are paid every 2 weeks, which without overtime is 80 hours. But when they're put on Henyard's detail, that 80 hours balloons to well over 100 hours, sometimes 200 hours. And in the case of Officer Terry Young last May, 303 hours worked over a 2-week period. That resulted in a single paycheck of more than $13,000. In fact, there are 336 hours total in 2 weeks, meaning Young was not being paid for only 33 hours over that period.
So do you understand that? There are only, if you take all the hours, 336 hours in a 2-week period. He was paid for 303 hours.
That means this brother never went to sleep.
Right? Like, what was he doing?
Hey, unless he
was sleeping with her. Right?
I was gonna say that. Unless he was sleeping in her bedroom, keeping an eye on her. Maybe she needed that kind of security. Why would you need that level of security? What are you doing so wrong? We're about to find out.
And I don't know if you heard it or not, or you watched this previously, but there were 6 business owners that the FBI interviewed.
Yeah, I was listening
about how they couldn't get their business licenses renewed because of things that she did.
That is ridiculous.
Hey, there she is.
Hey there. It's good to see you, Megan. Oh man. That's just crazy.
There is no way that man is working that much and making that much overtime. It is impossible. Now, Tiffany A. Henyard was being so secretive with the town's finances that now the Attorney General's office has stepped in and ordered her to turn over her financial documents.
Illinois Attorney General has ordered the Village of Dalton to turn over financial records to WGN News related to Mayor Tiffany Henyard's spending in Dalton and Thornton Township. We first reported last year that Henyard used thousands of dollars in taxpayer money on first-class plane tickets, luxury hotels, and fancy restaurants.
Now, when Tiffany Henyard was asked directly by the news media about her spending, this is what happened.
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas?
This was the moment that she realized that she really messed up. This was when the case, this was the time when her case has come to light. Because that smile, that smile, you know what that smile tells me? You guilty?
Busted.
This is the conscious speaking here. This is the time where that inner voice inside of you says, he's telling the truth, right? That's that voice, the Christian might call it the still small voice, that the Spirit of God's calling you and say, don't you dare lying before the people. Anyway, yeah. This is when she got cut in the net right there. This was the end of the story.
That's tells me everything. It's that little voice saying, better not say anything at all. Just keep quiet.
Yeah, he asked the right question at the right time. And the smile tells me everything I need to know. Look at that face.
For you, though?
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas?
Got her. This is somebody said hand in the cookie jar. Darn tooting. Okay.
Darn tooting.
Darn tooting.
For sure.
That is great. This is the face of a lady who got her hand caught in the cookie jar. I mean,
Dustin, try refreshing the stream.
Yeah. Is it doing something wrong or what?
He's saying it's buffering on his end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be your internet. We're pretty good over here. All right, let's keep going.
What is that?
No comment.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
Did you fly first class to Las Vegas?
Any other questions?
Actually, yes. The credit card records do shed some light on tax dollars spent at several restaurants near the Strip, including Cafe Hollywood and Hot and Juicy Crawfish.
All right. Any other questions?
So you're not going to answer how taxpayer dollars are being spent? That seems odd.
I just answered it. What do you mean? I just answered your questions.
You said you wouldn't answer about Las Vegas.
You asked me a question and I responded.
Now, it's gotten so bad in Dalton that the police cars are under threat of being repossessed because even though the town's trustees said pay the police car bill, somehow the bank never got that money.
In yet another shock to Village of Dalton trustees, a letter falling on their desks dated February 14th, representatives from Kansas State Bank threatening to repossess 13 Village vehicles, saying more than $76,000 is overdue and climbing.
The Board of Trustees approved payment in May of 2023.
But where that loan payment went that was due 9 months ago is anyone's guess. Lawyers for the bank now warning the Village, pay up or be ready for repossession agents to take the vehicles, which includes 6 police cruisers.
What happened to that money? Who knows? It's like a fart in the wind. And there is a whole bunch of money missing. Let's not even discuss her charity.
We want to tell you about the Illinois Attorney General's office now ordering a charity run by Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard to stop soliciting donations. The charity called Tiffany Henyard Cares failed to register with the Attorney General's office or disclose how much money it raised and how the money is being spent. Fox 32 first raised questions about her charity last year Our investigation with the Illinois Answers Project found she was using public employees and taxpayer dollars to support the charity, including a $10,000 donation from Thornton Township, where she is supervisor. The AG's office says it is evaluating further action against the charity to protect donors and enforce state laws about charitable giving.
Now, with all this craziness, all this missing money, I still don't understand why Biden invited her to the White House.
I am in the White House.
Tiffany Henyard has a taste for travel. There she is, front and center at the White House at a meeting for mayors this month.
Come on, let's be real. We don't know why Biden invited her to the White House. So let's talk about it. She's a Democrat. She is the mayor of a Democrat city. She also happens to be black, and she's a girl.
And she's corrupt.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that one. Sorry. And she's corrupt. I mean, she checked all the boxes, man. She's an epic representation of woke ideology. She hates all the marks. It's that simple. You do stuff like this, you get invited to the White House.
Yep. They
ain't gonna invite me. Ain't gonna invite me. I'll come with my Bible, dude. Anyway, let's keep listening. Don't worry, we don't know why I invited her. We know why she got invited.
First this month.
Now, you guys really have to understand how deep this corruption has gotten. It's so bad in Dalton that if Tiffany A. Henyard loses the next election for Thornton Township supervisor, then whoever wins, whoever beats her, gets a salary of $25,000, which you think is okay. But if she wins, she gets to keep her salary of over $200,000.
It's maybe the worst attempt to try to dissuade people from running that I've ever seen, and that's a long time.
Longtime municipal attorney Bert Odelson says he was stunned when he saw the latest move by controversial Thornton Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, who also doubles as the mayor of Dalton. 2 weeks ago, the township board passed an ordinance that allows Henyard to continue collecting her $224,000 a year salary. But if anyone other than Henyard gets the job, the ordinance resets that salary to $25,000 a year. Odelson says that's blatantly unconstitutional because you can't set an elected official's salary based on who's holding the seat.
You put a salary to attach to the job, to the officer. So it is a blatant attempt to dissuade other people from running and to allow the current supervisor to maintain the $250,000 or whatever it is, obnoxious salary.
So now here's what the lead trustee had to say about the FBI investigation.
In a statement, Dalton trustee Jason House reacted to the news of the FBI's involvement. We welcome any investigation that will bring transparency on how taxpayer dollars are being spent. Our residents deserve this level of financial transparency.
Now, in our next video, we're going to look at this story where one of the former trustees who is adamantly against Tiffany A. Henyard believes that she set up a drive-by shooting at her house. And there's video of it.
You got to be kidding.
Nope. She faked the drive-by shooting at her house. That's how she got the police detail.
She faked it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's how she was able to justify having the police detail.
Oh, that's extreme corruption.
Just wait. You'll see him run around the corner, jump in the vehicle. It's in the right side, just above the gold van.
You gotta be kidding.
And there's video of it.
There they go.
Things are getting crazy. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that great YouTube stuff. My name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'm going to see you in the next one.
That is wild. Thank you, Nate the Lawyer. Oh, man. Go check out Nate the Lawyer's channel, man. He's really good. Nate the Lawyer. Get to know him. He's really good. Oh, man. This is crazy.
Isn't he? It's like she is.
Oh, that's being investigated yet. It's not really, hasn't been confirmed. Like a drive-by shooting. So you just shot the person's house. That's not how drive-bys usually work. You usually shot the individual while they are in front of their home. But if you just shot the person's house and go away, most people who are doing a drive-by, they're doing it with the intent of killing somebody. So so that's got to be a setup. There's something very fishy here.
Yeah.
Now she has a reason to get that level of security details, and she's hiring people who have, sexual, pedophile case already against them, child molestation and all that. I've heard that. Anyway, this is a messy thing, man. I mean, it's crazy that the FBI it took them this long to even, again, like you said, they were building a case. When they're not going after Donald Trump, they're doing their jobs correctly. It's amazing how powerful of a agency that they can be for good. But I'm looking at this, I'm like, how did we get a person like Tiffany Henyard in that position? How did that manage, and how did the people of Dutton even how the way they brought the conviction to vote for this woman in the first place? Like, these are the things I'm looking at. I know a lot of blacks, we like to vote for skin color, but I'm like, how did this stuff even happen? It's just wild. Anyway, I just have a lot of questions.
I'd personally, if I lived there, I'd run against her and take the salary cut just to beat her and get her out of office.
Absolutely. Well, if you notice in her behavior, there's like a number of things that really stands out. Is like there is a strong feminist approach. There is that, feminism creates this kind of corruption. And I also noticed the culture, to be exact, the hip hop culture, and to be exact, the dark version of hip hop, because we love hip hop. We love Tom McDonald and Dax and all that. We love NFs. We love hip hop as a whole. It's just there's a dark version of hip hop that promotes this kind of attitude, where you feel entitled, you feel like you are in a position where you can dominate those beneath you, and I think this is also endorsed by Democrat policies. Democrats endorses these type of people.
Oh yeah,
you can't do this in a red state.
No, absolutely not.
It will not.
Or even a red county for that matter.
It will not fly. Even though I may not like everything about the Republicans, they have their corruption. We know the rhinos are among them, but they don't like, once you are exposed, they will get rid of you. Look what they will go after their own if they have to. But they will not put up with this. She can only do this in a Democrat city. When again, I've heard Dutton is known for a lot of corruption, so this is nothing new. So political corruption is a very common thing, man. This is what you get.